All right, hello everybody. Welcome to day 3 of 7 days to a less chaotic life. I've seen your post and it's exciting. I can see that one of you said no to something. You're setting up those date nights, setting up that me time, and so you were definitely on the road to a less chaotic life. So I'm really, really proud of you for sticking with this group. Hopefully you're enjoying the recipes. We're gonna continue to have recipes every day, and hopefully you've been able to also download the apps that we talked about yesterday. I'm gonna talk about some extra apps today. Every day I'm gonna talk about apps that help me with my life. Let me tell you a little bit about me that you may not know. I'm probably like the least structured person that you know, which is kind of funny that I'm teaching about having a less chaotic life. Anyone here have a like super unstructured, unorganized? It's just how I am. I'm very I procrastinate everything. I love being spontaneous. I'm just that way. That's part of me. I love being spontaneous and fun and that sort of thing. Then I had children. And I did Growing Kids God's Way, or Baby Wise, I think it's called. And so because they told me that I needed to be really structured, with my kids. And so I took this class, I learned all this stuff, learned about breastfeeding, and I was miserable. I structured my firstborn like clockwork, and I was just totally miserable because it's just such a shift from me. Well, when my son got to be about 15 months old, he was a terror. And so I took him to the pediatrician, and I was like, what's wrong with him? And they're like, well, he's at the terrible twos. And I'm like, well, but he's 15 months old, right? So I was a stay-at-home mom, and so we struggled for like a long time with him, and he was just out of control. And I tried everything, read every book, could not figure out how to make him normal. And then finally, I learned this thing about funneling and how kids have too much choices and all this stuff, so it makes them feel out of control. And so my husband and I had to find what punishment was for my child, because I could spank him until he was purple, and he'd be like, bring it, Mom, I don't care. And so anyway, so we basically structured his day. He didn't have any choices. And so I decided what we did, what he ate, what he wore, what he did from here, what activities he did, and I structured his whole day. Then he had consequences from that. From there, I will never forget going to his preschool a couple months after we placed this, and going to like a teacher conference, and the teacher said, Will is so great, he's such a great asset to our class, he's a mediator, he's so well behaved. And I was like, I'm so sorry. Are you reading the right kids information? We're talking about Will Richardson here. And like, yeah, no, he's just so great. And what it was is structure. He needed that structure. And it's something that I struggle with so much that I had to really focus on it to do that. And maybe you feel like that. Maybe you feel so out of control that you need to bring some things in. And maybe, you just feel so out of control that it's time to get a hold of time management. I love the summer when my kids are little, because I just did nothing. I mean, we just kind of like, what do you want to do today? I don't know. Well, when I let them just play video games for a long time or whatever, and I didn't have structure, I noticed that they acted worse. And so I act worse as well when I'm not as structured. So let's talk about some things that I've done to help me with my time management. Now, one of the things that I've done, which is not very easy, is I wake up early. Even in the summer when the kids, we don't have as tight of a schedule, I wake up early. And that is something that has helped me with my time management. When I wake up early, I exercise first thing so that it's something that I have it over with, I feel better, and I get that done first thing in the morning. Another thing I've done is block off my day. So I know this is what I'm gonna do for this part of the day, this is what I'm gonna do for this part of the day, and I have a rhythm to that. I use my calendar app on my phone religiously. I take it with me everywhere. I don't write down appointments. I put it in my phone. And here's the reason. A lot of people are calendar people that like to write it down. I like to put it in my phone because I know that it's there. I also color code, whether it's my family or work or whatever, you can color code it from your smartphone, and that's super helpful. I also set alerts because I'm never on time. I'm always late. So I have alerts to help me get there on time. So I use my calendar like religiously. Another thing I do is Facebook is such a time suck. So another thing I'll do is I'll set a timer on my phone, and where it will take me, I will set a time of how much time I'm going to spend on Facebook. And then lastly, another app that really works is called Freedom app, and it will basically shut you out of your phone for that mindless stuff that you don't need to be doing, spending too much time on Facebook. All of a sudden you look up, it's been an hour. So those are a couple of things that help me as well. Now, a lot of people are paper and pen people. I am too. So for my tasks, I do much better when I do paper and pen type things. So let me show you a little bit of something my assistant taught me, because I'm sure I drive her nuts. But here is a calendar where I write all the things I have to do for that day. And then when I finish them, then I cross them off. Now, this is the master list. And she's now recently told me that I need to take 3 of these things and put them on another paper, and 3 most important things. So today, if I have 3 things that I need to do, I find those 3 things, I put them on another piece of paper, and then I cross them off. That feeling of satisfaction when you cross that off your list. Y'all feel that way when you cross things off your list? So that is another important thing. Yesterday I also post the calendar for my family. That helps them know what's going on for the week. It helps them because they're like, Mom, you didn't tell us that so-and-so is coming in town, and they get really upset. So I noticed that my kids need me to be organized and manage my time so that our family runs smoother and it's not so chaotic. Here's the other thing about planning out your calendar and looking at it. You're able to really hone in on quality family time. So you can schedule that. Again, I am a spontaneous girl. I love just being like, hey, let's go do this. But my life is not allowing for that, especially now that my kids are older. I just went through my calendar last night and was planning out our summer, and we have 2, maybe 3 weekends that are full. That are free. From May 19th until the kids start school in August, there's only 2 free weekends that we don't have something. And so I know that I have to be organized. I have to be good with my time management, because if not, I can't run my successful business. I can't run my home. And with us having physical therapy for the kids and all their activities and all their sports, and my parents being here this summer, it's going to be key that I am organized. So I'm going to have my phone, which I show you right now, but it's videoing me. I'm going to have my to-do list, and I'm going to live by those this summer and push down my spontaneity a little bit, and be organized so that my family runs smoother, and that we don't feel such chaos, because when my family feels chaos, we get grumpy, we yell at each other, and so the calmer that we can have it, the less chaos we have. So I hope that helps you in some time management skills that have worked for me. Love to share yours as well that works for you, but this is what's been working for us right now. So I hope that helps.